was happening to him. He became like a real person to me, or a real entity, as the case may be. And I got to just see him kind of unfurl, evolve, grow, degrade, all of it. So that was my favorite. But I also really loved playing Lucifer. Because it was so stark and so different and remarkably just fun. It's fun to be like, have this moment where you're sort of like, oh wow, this is like what it's like to be Mark Shepard in real life. Thanks.
Thank you. Hi.
Hi, my name's Blaze.
Hi, Blaze.
And my question is actually for my girlfriend. She couldn't make it here today.
Okay.
Did you research mental health and personality disorders for acting for the show, since there was a lot of psychological warfare occurring between the characters?
No, I did not. I probably should have. At times I wonder how much damage we caused to viewers. I'll occasionally meet people who are sometimes just 6 years old who watch the show and wonder what kind of lasting damage that's causing.
Thank you. I'm sorry your girlfriend couldn't be here, but
Thank you either way, Misha.
Thank you.
thank you. Hi.
Thank you, even though you didn't answer my question. Hi. Okay.
Because you're her favorite character. And
Where is your daughter? Well, that's not helpful. Just whatever you do, don't call attention to me. Everyone, my daughter is very anxious right now. She's that one over there.
it'll help her later in life.
Yeah.
She was just wondering, what's the strangest or weirdest thing you've ever done?
Certainly can't tell you that.
How about what you can tell a room full of strangers with children?
That's a lot of caveats. Strangest thing I've ever done? I don't even know where to start. What? Scavenger hunt? No, that is not strange.
I think calling about the rhino scat.
Calling about the rhino scat is also not it. What? Right now I'm doing a show called Road Food, which is really just exploring America through the lens of food. So getting to know these little subcultures and communities by the dishes that they serve. And the film crew is very small and very nimble, and we're just able to sort of follow threads and just like follow people into their little worlds. People that weren't necessarily expecting us to show up on this day, but are quite often very open-hearted and willing to just share their lives with me for a moment. It's been really fascinating, but it's also, I've been doing this now just for a week. I mean, we just started the show, and it's harkening me back to an earlier chapter of my life when I kind of did that. I just explored the world when I was, 18, 20, 25. I would follow threads and allow adventures to unfold all the time. And I would go into situations that, like, when I think about it, I'm like, I can't believe that I did that. Like, that was really dangerous, and creepy, gross. But I was always just like, I had a very adventurous spirit, which I think in the last, like, I've had this whole career and kids and, you know, kind of a more professional adult existence in the last 20 years. And a lot of that adventurous spirit has just taken a back seat. So this has been a little reminder of like, oh, that used to be kind of who I was in the world. And it's nice to be doing it again. But I was in, you know, the weirdest sex clubs you've ever seen. I used to go into stores and pretend that I was a Russian foreign exchange student and get them to let me go into the kitchen and cook my own meal. Yeah, I had a lot of adventures. I've told this story before, but one time I was with my friend Darius and we were on this long, like 400-mile bike ride, and we stopped off at this house this is a good example. This kind of thing was happening all the time. Stopped off at this house in rural Maine to go fill up our water bottles out of the spigot on this house. Guy pulls up the pickup truck and comes out with a shotgun, pointed at us like, "What are you doing in my? What are you doing in my house, you guys? What are you doing? Get off my fucking yacht!" And we were like, "We're riding for the rhino. We're raising money to save the rhino," which was not true. And started rifling through our bags to try to find the pledge sheet to get this guy to donate money for our cause. And he's like, "Yeah, all right, guys. Well, I'm not gonna donate right now, but you know," he put his gun away. And he's like, "Yep, you want to come inside and get some? You want to get some food with me?" So he brought us into his house and made us a meal.
That's amazing.
There you go.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you. And just so you guys know, we have about 5 minutes left. Over here.
Hi, I'm Shay, and this question comes from my friend Char. So in the episode after Castiel's confession, Dean got a call from Cass. When he answers, Castiel says, "Dean, I'm here. I'm hurt. Can you let me in?" Dean then throws open the bunker doors to reveal Lucy.
By the way, spot on. Really good Cass impression.
Thank you. Where was I? I'm so sorry. In the show's cast, Lucifer only poses to people as their deceased romantic loved ones to gain access. I was just wondering if you were aware of that parallel being drawn when you voice recorded for that.
Certainly not. Is that true?
Yeah, so when he's
Jesus,
trying...
you people. Gets past
He
you.
appears as Sarah, Nick's dead wife. When he's trying to possess Sam, he appears as Jess, who is, of course, Sam's dead girlfriend, which actually there were a lot to choose from. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I just said that. I'm so sorry.
Did you just call Sam a slut?
And then also with Vincent Sante appears as Jen, I believe. Jen's dead wife. So what we saw, you know, for Dean when it was cast, it was kind of, you know, an interesting.
I see. Well, thank you for pointing that out to me.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hi.
Hi. I was wanting to ask what it's like to do a convention after all this time.
It's strange to come back. I feel like we're all in this kind of tentative liminal space where it's like we're back, but we're not really back. We're here, but we're masked and we're not touching each other, and it also feels like is this just a touchstone and then we're going to shut everything down again? There's so much uncertainty. You know, I was just having a conversation with a very dear old friend this afternoon, and we were talking about how we both have kids that are about the same age, and we were talking about how I'm getting these cameo requests, and which is something I never thought I would do, and I'm getting these cameo requests, and they're saying. And sometimes people say things like, you know, sometimes I'm going through a hard time, and I just want a message like, can you just tell me everything's going to be okay? And I have not been able to say that lately, and I'm realizing that things have been so hard and so apocalyptic and catastrophic in so many respects, whether it's in the political realm, climate change really happening, you know, we're actually witnessing it happening at this accelerated rate that's kind of horrifying. This pandemic, which is killing millions of people around the world, and who knows, it might not be ending. I used to call myself a pathological optimist, and I always felt like I genuinely thought all the time, like, it's gonna be okay, everything's gonna be great. And now, for the first time, I'm not sure that's true, and don't know what other bad things are gonna come down the pipe. And so it's interesting being back here, because it doesn't feel like I'm not coming back to it with like open arms and like everything's fine, we're all good now. It's like, I hope we're good. I hope this is gonna work out. I hope we can do this again, you know, in the long term. But right now it feels, like I said, like kind of tenuous. Like, I hope this is real. Yeah. You didn't really want such an earnest answer, but you got one.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's gonna be okay because you can't tell me that. But thank you.
We have time for one question more from each side. Hi.
Hi, I'm Sam, and I'm from Morgantown, West Virginia, and I really like the way that you're able to portray so many different versions of the same character. And my question is, if you had to pick a song to describe Castiel, regular Castiel, what would it be?
Song to describe regular Castiel.
I don't have a song for you. I'm sorry. Do you have one?
That's actually in my playlist. Angel with a Shotgun, or I believe there's a song called Trench Coat Angel.
Well, those seem a little on the nose, don't they?
Did you write the songs?
I did not.
I'll take both.
All right,
Thank you.
Thank you. Very creative question.
Hi.
Thank you. Hi.
Morning. It's not morning, but okay.
It is. So when you debuted, you came in as an angel that just took a shotgun blast to the chest, and it made angels seem invulnerable, almost omnipotent. You were one of the most powerful things the show had seen, and that very quickly was downplayed, where angels were just being battered around by Sam and Dean. And I was curious to know your opinion on how that power dynamic changed, and maybe if you know why that happened.
I certainly know exactly why that happened. Castiel came on the scene, and angels were introduced to the show, and it was awesome to have this extremely powerful character suddenly. But then Castiel became an ally of Sam and Dean. He was there to help them and ride around in the Apollo with them, and ultimately fawn over them. And the writers very quickly realized, well, this sucks. Like, if there's this guy with them who can fix any problem with the snap of his fingers, that's gonna make this all really boring. Like, it's gotta be a hard struggle. So, almost immediately, they started taking away my powers, or figuring out reasons why I couldn't, if I time travel, it sucks all my energy out and I'm almost dead. Or all angels lost their wings because the fact that Cass could just teleport anywhere made everything too easy. So my powers were sacrificed on the altar of storytelling and supernatural, unfortunately. But there were many times when it was very inconsistent. Like there was never a time when, Castiel early on, he could just like put his hand out and like knock a wall down. And later on in the show, it was like Castiel was like trying to break the door down, but couldn't do it, So it wasn't terribly consistent.
Thank you.
I hope none of the writers are watching. Yes.
Misha, we're out of time. You guys, thank you so much. It's been an incredible weekend. Did you guys enjoy yourselves?
Thank you all for coming out and braving what I hope is the tail end of this pandemic. And thank you all for being so lovely. It was really nice seeing you this weekend. And I have one other addendum to this. Rob and I are doing, there were some people that missed photos earlier, and so Rob and I are adding like a short photo session in like 45 minutes or something like that. At 6:30. So if you want to come say hi to us there, okay.
And don't forget to pre-order his book. Misha